Hi guys, welcome back to another video, or welcome back to another episode of Qatar Airways Jobs Opportunity. As you can see from the title already, we are here to talk about Qatar Airways job that I got. The reason I'm calling it Qatar Airways Jobs episode is because we've been talking about Qatar Airways jobs on this channel a couple of times. I might say like maybe 5 times, and I think by now we should give it a name, like Qatar Airways Jobs episode. And now we are on episode 6 of how I got a job in Qatar Airways. And I'm so excited to share this information because I've been getting a couple of questions, especially after I posted the video of my Qatar Airways interview experience. That video, I got a lot of questions, and also a lot of questions on my DM. And on this video, I'll just try as much as I can to tackle some of the questions. But on today's video, we are talking about how I got a job opportunity again in Qatar Airways. So without wasting time, let's jump straight into the video. So on today's video, like I said, first I want to tackle some of the questions that I always get, like how should I write my CV if I'm planning to apply for any position in Qatar Airways. Guys, I don't work in Qatar Airways, but at least my CV has been selected like a couple of times when I applied for a job there. So at least I can give you my own experience on how you can write your CV. Another question that I always get is, how can I get a job in Qatar Airways? Go to their website. They have plenty of jobs openings every single day. Like, you can never miss a day that Qatar Airways will never have an opportunity on their website, especially for cabin crew, customer service. You always find that on their website. Always check their website because they always update. Each and every time they post a job, it always have like a duration to be there, and then once it's closed, it's always closed. What you can do is, whenever you go to their website, just try and select the job that you feel like fits your field or your career, and then click on the job. Everything they ask for, make sure you fill it and make sure it's correct, like it matches your CV, because you always have like 2 options, to fill in or to post your CV. But I think as long as you post your CV, definitely there are some things you have to fill in. But when you post your CV, it's more easier because they take everything from your CV, they transfer on their website. So it's very easy when you're answering the question. You don't have a lot of things to answer from there. It's self-explanatory. Second question is, how do I write my CV when I want to apply for a Qatar Airways opening? This depends also on your career. If your career is engineer or anything, they always have everything there. So if you are applying for a cabin crew, for example, I will give my own experience. When I was applying for the cabin crew opening they had in Qatar, the reason even my CV got selected, because I told you I've applied for it many times before. I was trying to apply, but I came to realize what I was doing wrong. With Qatar Airways, especially cabin crew, you don't need to have a cabin crew experience. Of course, not all these cabin crews have cabin crew experience, but the key thing is always to have at least customer service experience and hospitality experience. At least you've worked in a restaurant, in a hotel, you've worked where you deal with customers, even a call center agent. It just depends. How have you been interacting with guests? That's what they are looking for, and they're always putting it on the requirements that we are looking for somebody who is more flexible to talk to guests. The person has to be hospitality friendly, like all those things, you know. So what you can do is, on your CV, when you're applying for any cabin crew opportunity, and this doesn't guarantee that you will get the job, because so many people always do this but they don't get the job at the same time, so it's just luck. But at least for your CV to attract them, at least try and write that you have worked in a restaurant, or you have worked in customer service. Let's say you have worked in a store somewhere selling products. So it means that you have been having an interaction with different customers in that store. Customer service is the key thing they are looking for. So make sure you put these 2 experience when you are applying for a cabin crew, that you have customer service experience, Like, let's say for example, personally, I had like an experience of working in a restaurant in Qatar for almost 4 years, and I didn't put that before when I was applying for Qatar Airways. I never put that. I was putting the things that I've done in Kenya, which were not even related to what I'm applying for. So you see, the mistake was I was not including my hospitality experience and my customer service experience, which was the reason I think I was never selected for an interview. But now at least I know each and every time I want to apply for any cabin crew opening, I have to state that I have worked in a restaurant and I have done this and done this and done this. I'm very okay with customers. I'm very okay to communicate with customers and all that, serving them. Those are the things they are looking for. So each and every time you go to Qatar Airways website to apply for a job, just check which position are you applying for. If you're applying for an engineer, then make sure you stick with engineer. You cannot be an engineer and you are going to apply for a cabin crew job. At least have some experience. You can have the engineer, but at least show them that you have done customer service. That's very, very important for them. But also, it doesn't guarantee that you will be selected, because at the end of the day, it also matters on how you write your CV. And that being said, I can say those are the things you should always focus on when you are applying for any position that is related to customer service or anything. If it doesn't have to be Qatar Airways. It can be other airlines you are trying to apply for a job. Always make sure to update your CV, and that's what I did. So those are the two questions that I always get more often after I posted the video of my experience of the Qatar Airways cabin crew interview, and I hope I've answered your question. If any of you asked those questions, because there were so many on my DM. Let's jump on today's video. As you can see, I'm here to talk about my current position that I applied in Qatar Airways and how I got the job. And I know by now you're asking yourself, why is she talking about Qatar Airways jobs and it's not allowed? Because if you watch my videos here, there was a video I posted with my friend and she was giving us her experience on how she got a job in Qatar Airways, how the experience was with the interview and everything. But unfortunately, I had to take that video down because, as you all know, as per Qatar Airways rules, you are not allowed to talk about Qatar Airways interview, especially if you're planning to go and work there, or if you're working there. You're not supposed to talk about anything to do with Qatar Airways. First of all, I think you're not supposed to even have a YouTube channel, because there was a lady I saw, she posted and she was saying that she was asked to close her YouTube channel because she's working in Qatar Airways. She had to close her YouTube channel. So why am I talking about this? Yes, yet I got a job opportunity there. Same thing applied to my friend. She had a job opportunity there, but when we were doing that video, we were not even sure if she will get in yet, but she was at the door to get in. I was so happy that she got the job and now she's working there, and me removing the video was the best thing to do because she had struggled to get that job. I would never want her to go through anything because of just a YouTube video that will never help me with anything. So both of us decided on just removing the video. I was okay with it, and I was so happy that she got the job offer and now she's working there. But me coming here to talk about how I got a job in Qatar Airways, because of course I have this job that I applied and I got it, and I'm currently in my interview process. By the time you watch this video, I don't know where we will be, but the reason I decided to talk about this, you will know by the end of this video. I recently applied for a job opening in Qatar in September 11. They had an opening which was more related to my career at the moment, which is about makeup. So the opening was customer experience, image and stylist officer. And who am I? I jumped on it. I applied it on September 11th. Guys, you can't imagine how fast they replied to my email. That's why I want you to watch this video, for you to understand the reason why you should always update your CV. Mind you, I've already applied in Qatar Airways for a cabin crew, and I used the same CV to apply for this position. I applied for a cabin crew, and now I applied for customer experience image and stylist officer, and I was shortlisted. You wanna know why? And you wanna know why your CV doesn't even reach the recruiters, or they don't even get back to you? This is why. So after I saw this, I applied for it, and they sent me an email immediately. Dear applicant, thank you for applying for the position of customer experience image and style officer. Your application is now being reviewed by one of our recruiters, and we will contact you with an update of your status shortly. If you are shortlisted, I will put it on the screen. If you are shortlisted for this position, a recruiter will be in a contact with you to discuss your application with more details. I'll put it here on the screen so that you can see. And then it didn't even take time for them to at least get back to me with a feedback of the application. So on September 17th, I applied on September 11th. On September 17th, I got an email from Qatar Airways. And the email says, hey Barbara, thank you for your application to Qatar Airways. I am pleased to tell you that you have been shortlisted for the next stage of our recruitment process, which involves automated online video interview. Good luck, and we will look forward to seeing you, talk to you through our skills and experience. So guys, I applied for this position in September. Now we are in October. I applied it on September 11th, and they got back to me immediately on September 17th, which was very, very fast, by the way. I was very, very surprised because it was very fast. So I will tell you what I did. When I saw this position, I went back to my CV, the same CV that I applied for the Qatar Airways cabin crew. I updated my CV. I have experience with beauty and all that, because when I checked with the requirement they were looking for, you must be knowing makeup, grooming, style and all that. I knew this position was more related to my career, and that's why I went for it like this. Went through my CV and I updated, because of course I have beauty experience there, that I've done beauty, and this is my experience, that I know makeup, I know all about skincare and all that, and even my experience, my school, whatever I've done in school, I went and update everything. So through my CV, my experience, my job experience, I went and updated with the makeup experience that I have, and also I updated on my school. I showed them that I've done beauty and everything. I've been to different master classes for makeup, and guys, that's how I got selected for this position of image and stylist officer. But here now comes the story of how my interview went, because I got shortlisted. I'll put it here on the screen, the email that I got from them. As I continue to read the email, they say, this is a great opportunity to tell us more about yourself. We really appreciate your time and effort you will be putting in this interview. So guys, they gave me like 3 days to do the interview. So I got this email, and also on this email there was a link which is for the video call interview, and it's called Sonru. If you watch that video I posted with my friend, she was talking about the Sonru online interview. She went through the same process of the Sonru interview. So they sent me an email and they told me that we are looking forward to invite you for a Sonru interview, and you have to be done with that interview for like 3 days before they close it. Was a link they sent me under this email that I should join the Sonru interview, which will take place any day between the 3 days they gave me. They give you time. What I did is I went on YouTube, I started checking on the Sonru interview for Qatar Airways, which questions should you expect. I also asked my friend which question did they ask her. Definitely there are different questions. Some of them, they are different because we are applying for a different position. So I checked everything, and when I was ready, I prepared myself before the 3 days end. So on the email they stated, to prepare yourself, you should set aside a bit of time to get familiar with the tools. The whole process should take you no longer than 30 minutes to finish, which include checking your setups, doing the practice question, and completing the interview for us. The question you are about to answer are based on your knowledge of us and the role you are applying for. So guys, that was the interview, and under the interview there was a link for me to join the Sonru interview online, which I did. I prepared myself, like I said, I watched videos, I asked my friend questions, and I had to know what to do, like to do my makeup. I will insert a video here or a picture of how I did my makeup, because they are looking for somebody who knows makeup, so I had to do my makeup on point, simple but nice. I did my makeup, I prepared my setups of how to do the Sonru, and when I was ready, I joined the link, do the interview. So during the interview section, what happened is, first they give you like practice. You practice for like, I think you practice with 3 questions. On those questions, they will just ask you like just basic question. I think it's just you to be confident and be familiar on how you will do the actual interview, because like they say, it takes you like 30 minutes. At least you have like a practice section where you can practice on how to answer the question, and it will be recording just to show you on how you'll be doing the interview. I did that. So once I was done with my practice and I was supposed to continue for the actual interview, my screen was just loading like this. It was loading for almost 30 minutes. And then I was like, is there any problem or something? Why is it not taking me to the next step? So what I did, I texted my friend immediately and I told her, and she told me, no, it's not supposed to be like that. Like once you finish the practice, it has to take you immediately to the next step, which it did, right? But it was loading. And I remembered when I watched on YouTube, there was somebody who said, sometimes the Sonru interview cannot go well. And so I decided to email the Sonru, and I told them I'm doing an interview with Qatar Airways and I'm having these problems with my Sonru interview. I've done my practice, but now I'm supposed to do the actual interview. It doesn't allow me to do the interview, like the screen is just loading. And they told me they would get back to me. And the good thing, they replied immediately, because I have 2 phones. So the one phone that I was using for my interview was a different phone that I was doing the email. So the screen was still loading. From that day, I've never heard from them, and I've never heard from Qatar Airways, because Qatar Airways is supposed to reply to me. Because the video I saw on YouTube, somebody said, if you attempt to join the link and you did the practice interview and everything, if there is any problem with the Sonru interview, automatically these people can just see you try to do the interview, but there was a problem. But until now, no one has get back to me. I'm just doing this video on a risk, because at the same time, I don't know if they will get back to me on the job or something, because I did whatever I was supposed to do. I did everything. My setup was okay. Everything was okay. Because until now, I haven't get any link from both Sonru or Qatar Airways on what was the problem with my interview or something, because it wasn't on my side. I'm very sure it was from their side, but I don't know how it works. But in case there is anyone who has ever had that problem when they are doing their interview for Qatar Airways Sonru, kindly comment down below and let me know, what did you guys do? I'm just doing this video for the sake of that, because I don't know how it works. I've never get any email from them, nothing. So far, that's how I got the job opportunity. I don't know if I still have the job. I'm not sure. I can't promise because you never know with these people. Maybe the job position has already been closed and they don't need me anymore. I'm not sure. And I was excited to take this job because it pays very well, and it was a very good opportunity that was on my career, which was something that I would really love to do. So to be honest, at the moment, I can't answer any question. The only question I will ask you people who are working there or you've been through the Sonru interview, kindly let me know if you had the same problem. What did you do? How did it go? At least I can know the way forward, what I can do. But as per now, that's how I got my Qatar Airways job. If you're planning to apply for any position in Qatar Airways, make sure the position you're applying to matches your CV. So it's very important to update your CV. Like I said, your CV is what is selling you to the recruiters. If your CV is good, they will definitely call you for an interview. And if you are also good for the interview, definitely you will get the job. So never lose hope. Whenever you see any job opportunity in Qatar Airways, if it's customer service, call center, anything that is more related to your career, go back to your CV, update your CV and apply for that position. Okay? I wish you all the best because at the moment they have so many jobs opening. Make sure you check their website. If you're trying to relocate to Qatar, go to their website. Maybe they have an opening in your country. Apply for it. Don't miss any opportunity. Have a positive mindset and all that. Guys, I hope you've watched this video till the end. Kindly, I will beg you to just take a second of your time to like, comment if you can, share, do everything on the comment section, do anything. You're free to do anything as long as it's positive. It's welcome on this channel. And I hope to see you on my next one. Bye.